Hello everyone, welcome to this video. And in this video, I am going to talk about the number one thing, which is most likely stopping you from recovering from your DPDR. And for those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Dan and I help people overcome DPDR using neuro coaching techniques. And if you do like the video or you find it a little bit useful, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. DPDR is a really awful thing to have, and some of the symptoms that go with it can make you feel really unsettled, and it can actually be quite scary. And nobody wants to feel this way, do they? Like everybody wants to get back to themselves and they want to recover. But for some people, there's something sort of stopping them from taking that first step towards recovery. And they might not even know what that reason is. So in this video, I really want to explain what could potentially be stopping you from starting your DPDR recovery. So let's get into the video. I need to tell you something very important about who this video is for. This video is for people who want to recover, but are stuck and not taking the steps. People who have taken no action to recover, people who have tried something for a few weeks, then given up, or people who have seen a therapist but not taken action on the things discussed in therapy. So if you're any of these people, then keep watching. The number one thing that is stopping you from recovering is you. I know this might sound harsh and uncaring, but I really mean it from a place of caring, and it should be seen as a point of hope. I'll explain in just a second about what I mean by you are stopping yourself. But first of all, let's have a look at some of the things that people tell themselves, which stop them either from getting better or seeking out help or whatever it is they need to do to start recovering. Some things that you tell yourself that stop you starting recovery are, I've been this way for too long, so there's no hope for me. I'm scared of what might happen. I'm scared I'll never get better, or I'm not motivated to do it. It is really unfortunate that people think that because they've had it for so long, they aren't actually able to recover, or their fear is so big that it's actually stopping them from moving forward. So let's look at why this is happening and maybe what the real issue is here. The real reason you're delaying your recovery is secondary gain. Now, what the hell do I mean by secondary gain? Secondary gain means in some way you are benefiting from your actions. You're gaining something by doing what you're doing. In other words, what are you getting out of it? Some examples of secondary gain by not taking action are, it's easier to keep things how they are, and this will keep you in your comfort zone. You constantly talk or whinge about it to your friends or on forums, and what you're gaining by that is you get attention or you get a sense of connection with other people. You can blame it for all your misfortunes, and the benefit you get is, well, you don't have to take responsibility for anything. You make excuses like, I'll never get better. And the way you can be gaining by that is you know the feeling of DPDR, so you get certainty and stability that comes with that. These are just a few examples of secondary gain. And the thing which is really tricky with secondary gain is that you might not even know what you're gaining by doing these actions. It might not be that obvious, but you are certainly gaining something by doing it. And do you know how I know that? It's because every action we do has motivation behind it. If there was no motivation behind it, then we wouldn't do it. It's not your fault that you're feeling this and experiencing this. It's just how the human mind works. The really good news is that there is a way to get these benefits or these gains by doing much more resourceful actions. How to get yourself unstuck and take the first steps. What you need to do is find more resourceful or better ways to get your gain. For example, if you want to stay in your comfort zone, what's another way that you can feel comfortable that also allows you to get better? Or if you love attention and connection, what's another way that you can have connection that doesn't always involve being in forums and talking about it? If you do want stability, what are other ways you can feel stable that will also allow you to recover? How I was saying before about you want to recover, you genuinely do, but for some reason, there's just something stopping you from doing that. This is most likely what it is. I really want to emphasize that I'm coming from a place of caring here, and I'm really trying to give you some sort of hard truths about what might be going on here. There is a reason why you are not taking those next steps, whatever it is. And that's why you could say that people have to be ready to recover, or they have to want to recover. And I'm not just saying it's as simple as, oh, you're just making excuses, oh, or you're just having a whinge. That would be a really horrible and heartless thing to say. But if you have been experiencing this for a long time and you haven't reached out for help, or you haven't sought to recover, then you've really got to question yourself, why aren't I doing that? So I really want you to look in deep and say to yourself, well, what could I be gaining by doing this? How am I benefiting? What am I getting out of it? And once you've discovered that, then you can go, oh, okay, I'm always on the groups because I just love connecting to people. And then you can realize, oh, okay, well, what's another way that I can connect with people? Maybe I could go into different groups. Maybe I could reach out to friends. Maybe I could reach out to family, whatever it is. Once you understand again, then the mind is not going to want to do these unresourceful things anymore. And that is going to sort of free you or release you or give you the space to sort of say, you know what? I'm sick of this thing. I hate feeling like this. And you know what? Now's the time. Now's the time to go and do whatever I need to do to recover from this thing. And that is such a powerful thing. And that's what I mean about being ready for recovery, knowing when the right time is. Because if it's not the right time for you, then it's not the right time. And that's completely fair enough. It really is just food for thought and something for you to consider and to see if any of this relates to you. And I know that you are working really hard to overcome your problems. And I know that you do want to recover, but I also know that perhaps there is something which is possibly holding you back. And this whole concept of secondary gain might very well be that thing. So if you do uncover the secondary gain, then you can find more resourceful ways to get it. And then that's going to open the floodgates for you to go and seek recovery. My friends, I really hope you've liked this video and I hope you've learned a little bit from it. And if you do want to ask any questions, then leave them in the comments or reach out to me. All my info is in the description and I will do my absolute best to answer them. And until next time, everybody, I'll see you all later. Bye.